Neighbor, good Thursday to you. I'm down on the farm's Larry Marble. It's time for the best darn farm show in Texas. You folks get ready. Now let's get started. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement of corn, beans, and wheat, courtesy of John Tuggle and Company, Corpus. With a good rains forecast for the central U.S. Corn Belt, corn and soybean futures were under some pressure yesterday, with corn down 5, soybeans down 1. The western part of Kansas and Oklahoma and Texas are expected to mostly miss the rains, which are sorely needed on the winter wheat crop. As a result, KC wheat futures were higher again, closing up 13 to 15 on the day. KC July was up 61 cents by the bushel since last Wednesday. With the probability the switch from El Nino to La Nina, the National Weather Service has released a new seasonal temperature outlook that projects above normal temperatures for June, July, and August for virtually the entire United States, with the hottest area being a wide swath from Texas to the Pacific Northwest. The Washington Post article states the forecast sets the stage for bouts of record-challenging high temperatures throughout the nation and the possibility of the hottest summer ever observed. Corpus Christi's Public Elevator and Archer Daniels Midland open this week for Milo trucks from 7 to 4:45. Houston's Andersons and Hansen Mueller are open weekdays 7 to 3. Timco is open weekdays 7 a.m. to noon. For help marketing your grains, it's 361-852-5207. John Tuggle and Company, Corpus Christi, Texas. We're on the line with Chris Carter from Karnes County Livestock Exchange down Kennedy Way. Chris, we always begin by thanking the folks that do business with us.
Yes, sir, Larry. We do want to thank all of you for your consignments. Last week, we ended up with 583 head of cattle, and the market was stronger compared to the two previous weeks.
Walk the pens with us.
Number 1 steers, 2 to 3 weight, 325 to 380. 3 and 4 is 304 to 365. 4 and 5 weights, 277 to 3 1/4. 5 and 6 is $2.50 to $3. 6 and 7 is 232 to 292, and the 7-8 weights, 215 to 2 1/4. On the heifers, 2 to 3 weight, 306 to 330. 3 and 4 is 276 to 330. 4 and 5 weights, 260 to 305. 5 and 6 is 238 to 262. 6 and 7 is 2 1/4 to 240, and the 7-8 weights, $2 to 217. We had 10 packer bulls last week. High yielding was 143 up to 155. Medium 118 to 130. 97 packer cows. High yielding 127 to 135. Medium 111 to 122, and the low end 75 to 85. We had a dozen bred cows. The better end brought from 1650 to 18 1/4, and the plainer ones brought 1150 to 1350. And we had 8 pair, and they bring from 1650 to 2000.
What do you got under the barn for this week, Chris?
At the present time, we've got 560 head, and we're looking for about 700, maybe 750 come sell time. We've got 87 packer cows and bulls, 33 bred cows, 45 pair, and the rest are yearlings. We've got 26 bred cows and 25 pair from the sellout. They are 4 to 7-year-olds, ultra black, Angus, and Hercross. There are also 3 registered Angus bulls that are there available. They will need to be tested, but should be hot as a firecracker. They got lots of calves on the ground and lots of bred cows. There's another set of pairs that are young, they're crossbred cows, and they're young to ranching age, and they're all bred to Hereford bulls.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
If you have any questions, please call Wellen Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
We appreciate it. Thank you for the call.
You bet. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the meats from yesterday. USDA's National Pork Carcass Cutout Value back higher in the afternoon report, up $141 at $98.30. The loin was the leader to the upside with a $4.29 gain as the belly and the rib primals were reported lower. Neighbor, as we look toward the beef side of this protein and meat equation, we see that the USDA wholesale box price pushed back lower on Wednesday. Choice box 162 lower at $295.78. The select down $199 at $290.77. That took the choice select spread to 501. Looks like this week total 238,000 head. Slaughter yesterday 125,000 head. As we look toward last week's trade, 183 to 184, looks like we have not seen any cattle trade hands this week. I'm Larry Marble down on the Farm Radio Network. There was your meats, neighbor. We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. Sean, how'd the cattle sale?
Went well, Larry. Ended up with right at 700 heads. So buyer activity, looks like the market was kind of steady last week. Cows and bulls might have taken off just a little bit, it looked like, but they had some awful good cows and some really good bulls. So as far as the quotes on there, it didn't look a whole lot different, but looked like some of those plainer cows might have been not as high yield, and they sure took off a little on them. Calf market was good all the way through. I've seen a lot of new croppers. So probably 85-90% new croppers again. So not many old croppers. So there's kind of like we've been talking, there's not quite as much activity this time of year on those new croppers as we'll see here in another month whenever they all adjust. But all in all, the market is awful good, even on the new croppers. You know, some of those 5-weight new croppers bring over $3 still. So I thought it was awful good. Heifer mates not far behind them. And then we had some big cattle that sold awful well. Had some 730 pound steer spring. I think it was 240, something like that. So I thought that was awful good. So I thought we got along real well.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for next week's sale, Sean.
You can reach us around at 830-997-4394.
Sean, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's talk about Wholesale Steel San Antonio. Wonderful company. George and crew want to do business with you. Their heavy-duty line can allow you to work, move, crowd, and load your animals with confidence with your own equipment. With heavy material and strong construction, those panels withstand even the roughest stock while still remaining portable. Check out their price list at their website, wholesalesteelusa.com. Round pins, stalls, panels for separating livestock. Lifetime limited warranty on those cattle panels. Local dealers available. Locations in San Antonio and Hearn. Call the San Antonio office, 210-64-2000, or the Hearn location, 979-280-6100. That's Wholesale Steel. We are on the line with Kelly Thigpen, Pearsall Livestock. Kelly, how'd the sale turn out?
Well, I thought it was good, Larry. Ended up with 692 head of cattle. All had just a few replacement kind of cattle in the mix, a few thin pairs, and I thought they sold pretty well for what they were. Just a handful of red cows. Most of it was fat cows, bulls. And it looked like, they've taken a little bit of money off of those, but, still just a really outstanding market, especially on those big cows. I guess $1.30 on the best cow there today. It looked like $1.52, I believe, on the best bull. So still, those fat cows and bulls just dollaring out a ton of money. And then on the calf and yearling side of things, had a lot of really good yearlings. Had several good strings of them, and I thought those cattle sold extremely well. And I thought the really good number one lighter calves sold good. Some of these real fat, fleshy calves coming right off the cows, and some of this plainer kind of stuff are under a little bit more pressure. May have been a little bit softer this week, but all the better end and good yearling kind of cattle I thought were fit. So, like I said, ended up with a good sale, 692 head.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for next week, Kelly.
Call us there at the office anytime, 830-334-3653. My mobile is 334-1047, or look us up on the website at PearsallLivestock.com.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. This is Larry Marble with Down on the Farm, and I'm with Tony from D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Tony, we're talking about one of my favorite things, and I use them on my place all day long, steel products.
Yes, sir. Yeah, well, spring is going on right now. Spring season is going on right now. It's a great time to get some steel products. Right now, we're running a 10% off on all steel products, your chainsaws, weed eater, blowers, and more. Whenever you buy a gallon of gas of their premix fuel or a 6-pack of their engine oil, it actually doubles their warranty when you buy any gas-powered machine.
Well, tell everybody how to get in on that warranty.
Yes, sir. Yeah, just give me a call at 830-379-7340, extension 162.
We've been with Tony from D&D. Tony, thanks for being on Down on the Farm.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We are on the line with Jim Wheeler from Atascosa Livestock. Jim, how was the Tuesday sale?
It was a little shorter. We had 242 head. Market was pretty steady. They did take $6 off packer cows over on last Tuesday.
Walk the pens with me.
All right, 75 steers, 76 heifers, 75 cows, 9 bulls. Steer side, 2 to 3 weights, 235 to 265. Heifers were 225 to 327. 3 to 4 weight steers, 250 to 352. Heifers were 240 to 310. 4 to 5 weight steers, 230 to 312. Heifers were 225 to 285. 5 6 weight steers, 220 to 288. Heifers were 215 to 261. 6 7 weight steers, $2 to 245. Heifers were $1.95 to 235. 7 8 weight steers, $1.80 to 220. Heifers were $1.60 to 205. 8 to 9 weight steers, $1.50 to 210. And the heifers were $1.25 to $1.80 there Tuesday.
What'd they have on cows?
$2.60 this week. Best packer cow brought $1.36. Best bull brought $1.46. Sold bred cows anywhere from 1,000 to 2,100, and we kept a couple of pairs together. They brought 1,200 to 2,150.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for next week.
Reach us at 830-569-2516.
Jim, we appreciate it, and we'll talk to you then.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Neighbor, I'm Larry Marble. Don't forget about McCoys.com. 62 stores, 3 states. They've got plenty within this region, whether it's things for lawn and garden, whether it's lumber, Whether it is things from their building and trust department, any product you need out on your farm and ranch to get a building job done, why, they even have gates and panels. That's McCoy's Building Supply Centers, McCoy's.com. We're on the line with Klein Spear. Klein, let's talk the success of sheep and goats and tell us what's going to happen cattle-wise.
Had just over 1,000 head yesterday, Larry. Those lambs are pretty steady. Those kids were 10 to 15 better. A lot of these kids are kind of showing the hard conditions on them right now. Just, we need the rain to kind of spruce them up a little bit, and they'll bring a little more, but just having to work with the times we got here. Those heavy lambs, $1.40 to $1.90, and those lightweights, $2.10 to $2.70. Those fat ewes, $65 to $1.20. Those thin packer ewes, $45 to $70. Those packer nannies, $85 to $1.30. Those fat Spanish nannies, $1 to $1.25. Those stocker nannies, $1.65 to $2.70. Those good cabritos, $2.20 up to $3.05. And the lightweights, $2.30 to $3.60. And the billies yesterday, $1.30 to $2.10. So, quite a bigger run than we've been seeing, but market held pretty good for that.
Good. How many noses have you counted for the cattle sales so far?
Got about 350 standing here. Got about 50 cows. Got about 15 breds at the moment. We got about 35 yearling Akushi heifers standing here. Got a few more cattle coming in the morning, so should have about 550 head tomorrow, and kind of looking for a pretty steady market with last week.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Give us a call at the office, 830-278-5621. My cell phone, 830-591-3241.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, quick reminder about Lutz Auction Service, Saturday, April the 27th, 2024, 9 a.m. They're at Highway 90 in D'Hanis. That's about 7 miles west of Hondo. Here's tractors like a John Deere 4440, a John Deere 7410, a John Deere with a loader. Here's a 4430, a John Deere 1310E with a backhoe. How about a Wacker Newsom SW21 skid steer? Man, it's like new. A Case 970. There'll be lots and lots of other type equipment like a Sunflower 38-foot field cultivator or a Ford 6-foot shredder or a Rhino Nitro Batwing shredder. Call Dwayne Lutz, 830-931-4312, or go to lutzauctionservice.com, 830-931-4312. That sale on Saturday, April the 27th, 9 a.m. Y'all be there. See them on the web, lutzauctionservice.com. And we're on the line with Doug Bass. We're talking about the successful sale he had in Columbus. Doug, how was it?
Had a good sale, Mr. Larry. We ended up with 951 head of cattle. Market looked good. Calves looked steady. Cows a little bit cheaper. On your packer cows and bulls, the stocker market was really good again today. But all in all, had a great sale.
Walk the pens with me, Doug.
Yes, sir. On your weigh-in cows and bulls, your thinner, lower yielding cows bring $1.01 to $1.10. Medium flesh cows $1.13 to $1.19. Better high yielding cows $1.20 to $1.36. Lower yielding bulls $1.10 to $1.30. Higher yielding bulls $1.34 to $1.50. Pairs, we had a little drag of pairs today. Pairs bring anywhere from $17.50 to $29.50. Bred cows anywhere from $1,000 to $2,100. 2 to 3 weight steers $3.10 to $4.05. Heifers $3 to $3.95. 3 to 4 weight steers $2.90 to $3.80. Heifers $2.70 to $3.45. 4 to 5 weight steers $2.60 to $3.25. Heifers $2.40 to $2.86. 5 to 6 weight steers $2.40 to $2.94. Heifers $2.31 to $2.78. 6 to 7 weight steers $2.30 to $2.74. Heifers $2 to $2.55. 7 to 8 weight steers $2.20 to $2.67. Heifers $1.90 to $2.27. And 800 to 1,000 pound steers and bullions bring $1.70 to $2.30. Heiferettes bring $1.50 to $1.95.
Good. Do you know of anything for next week, Doug?
Yes, sir. We got a few cattle lined up. Looks like we'll have a pretty good run again, weather allowing. And sure like to tell everybody out there thank you. We appreciate all the business, and if y'all need something, give us a shout.
Tell them how to do that.
Yes, sir. You can call me on my cell, 979-877-4454. Office number is 979-732-2622.
Doug, we appreciate the call. Y'all have a good sale next week, and we'll talk to you before.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Larry. Y'all have a good week.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is Channel 5 reporting live from the rangeland, where earlier today, a death was reported. I'm standing here talking to...
Mesquite.
Mr. Mesquite, what happened here today?
Well, Weesatch and I had been living on this rangeland. Every year the rancher would spray us with herbicide and we'd take a nice long nap. But we always woke up.
What changed, Mesquite?
It's that Invora herbicide. The rancher used it with Rangeview to target his application. And now I don't think Weesatch is coming back.
I wouldn't think so. It's guaranteed good.
Control for 5 years.
You heard it from Mesquite himself. Invora and Rangeview stop brush for the long haul. It's guaranteed.
Start investing in the long haul with guaranteed Mesquite and Weesatch control at Invora.com. That's INVORA.com. Always read and follow label instructions. Invora is a restricted use pesticide. Invora is a trademark owned by Environmental Science US LLC or one of its affiliates. Not all products are registered in all states.
Neighbor, it's time to take a shotgun look at the grain. Milo to Corpus, 978. Yellow corn to Corpus, 492 3/4. Hard red winter wheat to Houston, 690. And Houston beans, 1084 1/2. Texas cotton, 6901 to 7251, but we sold no bales. That's it for Down on the Farm. Good day.